we have Wing C's pro debut. The crowd loves him, boys. The crowd loves him. The one thing I love about fighting is that you can do all the showboating, do everything you want to do, but when the doors close, you got, oh God, here we go. Corner said it. Wing C, hands up. Okay, I like he took that shot. I like that shot because he is a wrestler. Nice high kick. Hey, he got his hands up that time. Ooh. Oh! What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We have another breakdown for you. We have Wing C's pro debut. He's taking on a young guy, a little bit older, Yve Nelson. Sport a record of amateur record 6-3. Wing C 6-2. 4 knockouts from Yves, and I believe his pro record is 1-2, and this is Wing C's pro debut. Now, I think this is a great matchup looking on paper, right? Wing C has about 20 victories as an amateur in the yard. He's had one karate combat, which is pretty much professional, because I'm sure he got paid for that, or he might be an amateur fight as well. But I feel these guys are evenly matched. Obviously, Yves Nelson has more pro fights, but at the same time, he's 1-2, so he hasn't been successful as a pro. But we're gonna break this down. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live. All right, here we go. So I think this is the way. This is what Wing C should be doing. He should be fighting pro now. When you have an amateur record of 6-2, you're fighting guys who are 6-3 as him as an amateur. He shouldn't be fighting street beef anymore. So I totally approve this step in his evolution. We're gonna turn it down. I mean, the crowd loves him, boys. The crowd loves him. Oh, it's on a stage? You know, if he put this amount of effort into focusing on training and keeping his hands up, moving correctly, I think he would not be able to he wouldn't make the same mistakes that he makes when he fights. You know, before my sister died, she said, Meaty, if you put the same effort into you being athletic and strength training and anything else in your life, you're going to be successful. I feel it could be the same thing with Wing C. If he puts the same amount of effort trying to, you know, dance and you know, please the crowd, instead of locking in like, okay, here we go, I'm about to go out there and fight. You can do this after you're done fighting, but this right here, it's like you're just taking energy away from like what is literally about to go down. But that might just be Wing C. Yes, guys, if you haven't noticed, this tattoo around his head is real. These guys are not having it right here. These guys are not having it. Oh, can we hurry up? This is a girlfriend. Yes, believe it or not, boys, he's got a girlfriend. He's gonna break his ankle one day. Look, every time he does that, he's got to understand that you can't do that. But you're gonna learn the hard way. What commissioner's gonna find him? Okay, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Okay, let's see what homeboy is. Okay, shred it. Got good biceps. Beer game, I'll give it a 7. I'll give the beer game a 7. He's got a nice fade going into the chin. Love it. Oh, and he doesn't have the Mongolian stash right there. We call it the caterpillar. I fucking love this shit. The one thing I love about fighting is that you can do all the showboating, do everything you want to do, but when the doors close, you got, oh god, here we go. The crowd loves him. The crowd loves him, boys. All right, here we go. Let's get to what my specialty is, and that's breaking down fights.
A lot to take in with those introductions. These guys are looking intense in there. Look at Wing C staring down his opponent for his first professional fight. A big step in his career. He's already hitting a pose. Here we go. No glove touch.
Oh! Oi. Okay.
The head kick. Nelson studied his opponent well.
Okay, we have Southpaw versus Orthodox.
He's so hard to prepare for because he's so unorthodox. You have no clue what he's going to throw next.
Ooh, ran into left hand there.
He's not fighting for almost half the fight. It's a mix of fighting and kind of, what is it, emoting?
Corner said it. Wing C, hands up.
It's such a
Jab lands.
when you're in there with such a wild opponent. It's like having a smaller version of Gene Prohaska in front of you. The chains are coming in loud and heavy for Wing C in his hometown.
And it's risky.
Okay, I liked he took that shot. I like that shot.
Look at that beautiful scroll from Yve Nelson.
Because he is a wrestler.
Knees in there. He's got a
Nice high kick. Hey, he got his hands up that time.
head kicks. He's holding knees to the face.
Okay, good chasse.
Has been fast.
Ooh!
Quick step back counter by the south.
Oh!
Oh my God! The head kick drops.
Oh, oh, oh! Oh!
First round knockout. Referee stops the fight. He's done. Wow! What an upset!
Wow.
What an upset! What a show out! What an
Wow.
upset.
Okay. Jesus, that sounds so... Oof, oof, oof. That's a different angle. Okay. So... Okay, he runs into that. Good jab. The Yves stepped off to the right and did a nice jab. Okay. He caught him with that right hand. His hands are up. Boom. Okay, how this is going right now, I can't break. I'll talk in a second. Okay, that's where it landed. So Wing C is blitzing across the void, and that's what's giving Yves the opportunity to land that left hand as a southpaw, right? Say he's coming in, swinging wild, right? There's no power behind punches like that because it's going, the energy's going. Let me get my epic pin out. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Epic. Epic pin. Okay, so the punches, Wing C's coming this way, but his punches are going here and they're going here. His feet are on 7, he's coming forward. So that's why those punches on, there's no energy on those punches.
Different kind of game.
Right? Okay, he's missing.
It's like having a smaller version of Gene Prohaska in front of you. The chains are coming in loud and heavy for Wing C in his hometown.
Okay. Now he shoots in. This is a great entry for the shot. The guy sees it, gets his hips back, gets on Wing C's head.
He's eating a
Okay,
couple
eats it
until
up.
hand one.
Look at that beautiful scroll.
Head position.
Yve Nelson throwing a couple knees in there. He's got a
High kick. Now Wing C got it up there. Good. Okay, now this guy is doing a good job. This is this guy's antenna right here. He's waiting for Wing C to come across here, and he's got this cocked, and he's going to blast him, right? When he starts doing that, Wing C is avoiding the shot by ducking his head outside of, we always call it home, right? His hands are up, but he ducks it outside of home. Watch when this gentleman, he comes across and he tries to get him. Right? The antenna, watch the antenna, watch the antenna. He's coming. Wing C's reaching, and look how he's reaching, right? This guy can see he's coming, right? He's coming, throws it. Look, that antenna grabs his hand. He knows where he's at. This hand has to come back. It has to come back in order for Wing C to do anything, or he can do jab, jab, but he's not gonna do that. Or he can do a spinning back elbow, go blah, blah, and do a spinning back elbow, but he's not gonna do that. So this is this gentleman's antenna. Conor McGregor does this. I like to do it as a southpaw when I'm fighting somebody who likes to come across the distance and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, because it opens them up for this shot right here. And he hits Wing C with this. Watch, here he goes. Whack! Perfect timing from this guy, right? That lands clean, right? And now, look, he's outside. He ate that. He gets back up. Right? Throws a jab. Now he's blocking like this. He's blocking like this instead of boom. Keeping your hands, your hand motion right. X block, baseball catch, parry. You have to keep your hands up. But once he saw Wing C go outside of his thing, like he's blocking like that. So if this guy would have do a head kick here, a head kick right here, he would have knocked him out again, right? Keeps on going. Now you just throw some, because his defense is not good. It's not sound. His head's doing this to avoid. This is what he needs to work on, is his footwork, getting himself outside of the void. That way he can start showing his ass out and dancing it. But he keeps his feet in here, and his head's going here and here. We're just going to let this play so you guys see what I mean. God damn it. Here we go again. Okay. He's going. Watch the antenna. Watch the antenna. Right? It comes. He's blitzed across the void. He sees it. He moves. He moved. He did the defensively well with his feet. Gets him in range to blast Wing C. Whack. Hits him. Okay. Now Wing C is not using his hands or his footwork to avoid the shots. Right? Look. He plants. Okay. His head's moving outside of that void. Look where his head is. Look at this. Now watch what happens. Here it comes again. Look where his head's going. That's why I left these up here for you guys. Watch. Look where his head goes. Whoop. It's going down here. Crack. Right into it. Right? He eats it. And that's the beginning. He's rocked. And look what's happening. And he's trying to go. And then there's nothing you can do. This. I have no idea what that is. But that's why he got knocked out. Is because he's not working on his footwork and baseball catch, parry, baseball catch, parry, pop, pop. Like, those are very technical things that you learn as an amateur. You learn as an amateur, but most of his amateur career has been spent in street beefs and, you know, doing random things. Instead of like, okay, let's take a look at like the things that are getting you in trouble every single time, whether it's sparring or whether it's pro fights. Well, his first pro fight, or amateur fights, right? So I had the producer put together some old fights that this is a reoccurring thing. This has happened multiple times. Not just I hit him in the head, but I knew before we even sparred that I was like, okay, he's going for a head kick, right? So here's some of this up. Okay, right here. Once again, a head kick. Boom. He's coming in. Look where that hand is. Boom. It's right there. Heck, he's coming across the void with his hands down. You want to show. Then when you get close, then you can throw your hands. But if you're coming in like this, you're susceptible to it. You don't have to have much sting on this, and it's gonna work every single time. And this will always be open for anybody who fights him, because he's susceptible to it, because he hasn't learned. This was 2 years ago. He hasn't learned from this mistake. There hasn't been somebody on his team like, hey, you can't keep your hands up. We need to work on keeping your hands up. Until you do that, you're not going to fight ever again. So this was 2 years ago. Lands it, head kick. right? Knocks him out. Okay. Again. Same thing. High kick. Right. Let's go to the next one. Once again. High kick. Right. He's ducking his head into that. He's ducking his head. You can Pop. You can show something and throw a high kick, and he's gonna duck into it. You can go clap, high kick, and he's gonna duck into it because he's trained his body to avoid damage or avoid the shot by slipping way too far out of his comfort zone, out of the tree. If this is your head, you want to keep it inside of this triangle with your hands up. If your head comes outside of this triangle, danger zone, danger zone. There's nothing you can do. You can eat that kick and you're gonna get knocked out. Once again, perfect example, his head's over here, which is out of the triangle. He's gonna get knocked out, and that's what happens here. This is a recurrent thing where I told him a long time ago, you have to keep your hands up. Your coaches and you got to start working on your footwork using baseball catch, parry, X block, X block, X block to the body, X block to the body, check in. That is fundamentals of mixed martial arts of how to fight. And everybody who's seen him fight is going to take advantage of this every single time. So my advice for Wing C is to take classes, take 6 months off. Right here. Once again, he throws a jab. Boom. He's dipping out. Boom. Gets hit. If I was Wing C's coach, if I was Wing C, I would take 6 months off from fighting. I would not fight again for 6 months, and I would take classes 4 to 5 days a week. Literally 4 to 5 days a week to break that habit because it's ingrained in him. All right. What's going on here? There's no volume.
Oh my goodness, I suck.
Fucking look at Deadpool and Batman. Oh god. Okay, here we go. Like I said before, guys, I don't think he sucks. I think he has potential with his footwork, and he has one thing going for him that a lot of people have a hard time getting over, and that he's not scared to get hit. But for him to be able to get better with the hand placement, he's got to really focus on his footwork and his defense and doing that. Because this chin is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, him being 24. He's been knocked out more times than, I don't know. But, yeah. But, boys, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, and the reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to show that he needs to take time to learn how to fight properly. Meaning that, like, yeah, he's beating all these guys. But those guys aren't even good. Right? Like, you're only as good as the competition you beat. And I think the guys he's fought, like the last guy he fought at Karate Combat, I don't think that guy wanted to beat it. I think he was scared, my personal opinion. But he needs to work on his defense. Baseball catch, parry, ear brush block, X block, X block. X blocks to the body, X blocks to the body, inside check, outside check. He's got to learn all those defense and learn how to adjust to the voice. So, boys, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit that stanky ass bell to know when we drop another banger. Peace.